freedom, freedom, freedom over fame, freedom over cycle stays the same.
Indicative of deep happiness. Do you think you can hand me that ashtray?
Yep.
I need to redo this bowl. Wow.
Should we do this on... No one wants to hear me cough.
What do you mean?
Should we record this?
I've been recording.
Oh,
Share the experience.
right.
This is a good weed.
I know. I really like it.
Wow. Look at it's the purple. The purple.
Can I smell it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it smells really good.
Yeah. I think this is one of my favorite strains right now.
What is it?
Gremlin
Tropicana cherry.
Tropicana cherry.
What was the other one we got?
It's Gremlin like pineapple something.
Like pineapple something.
Mm. Yes.
You know what I think about? Actually, I'm lying to you. I've never thought about this, but I thought about it just
Got it.
now,
You know what I think about all the time? Right now?
in this moment. But I might start thinking about it more often. How like a podcast is just a recording that we'll have of this time in our life.
I know.
It's like when people first discovered cameras
Yeah.
and they were like, "Ah, it's like a moment in time."
I know. That's why I like love it. It's literally audio of us that we can pull up when we're 60, 70, 80. And
I don't want to make it to 80.
too bad. You're Mexican.
I know. My grandma on my dad's side made it to like her 90s.
Yeah, so sorry. You're in for a wild ride. You're going to do...
I don't know if she broke 100 though.
It doesn't matter. You've got 2 more cycles of just the time that you've spent on the earth now.
You're giving me a lot of credit.
Listen, I love
Listen.
you, but you're not very adventurous.
How dare you?
You're super cautious with everything. You're one of those people that's, don't put that penny near your mouth. You could swallow it and die.
I just think about the consequences of everything.
Unrealistic consequence. You're afraid of tsunamis in San Diego.
That's realistic. I feel like that's realistic.
It's not. You think an earthquake's going to hit here? It's never hit here.
Don't say that. Literally, knock on wood, dude. You're jinxing us.
I'm not knocking on wood. That's how confident I am. All right. I'm going to do one more hit. Then we move along. You see what I'm saying? Like the likelihood of you passing away by lifestyle is minimal.
Again, I think you're giving me way too much credit. Didn't we talk about on this exact podcast that I can't run?
I'm not giving you too much credit.
I think you're giving like...
I'm giving you the realistic credit of not being adventurous enough to die young. You're not a musician.
I've gone skydiving.
You don't do drugs?
No.
So you have been an athlete in your life? You don't eat terribly. What are you going to die from, lady? Like, I'm not giving you too much credit. I'm giving you the credit that you deserve for your cautious lifestyle.
I've gone skydiving and I would go again.
I remember the first time I got drunk too.
How dare you?
All right.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm excited about this one. Hey, by the way, welcome, Bad Baddies.
Bad baddies?
Like Bad Bunny.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you saying band baddies? Are you trying to?
No, I'm saying bad, like B-A-D.
Bad baddies. So it's redundant. Got it.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Good. All right. How about,
Maybe you try the intro.
do you want me to do the intro?
Yeah.
All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello. No, you gave it away immediately. You gave it away. Let me try it again.
You just sound like a smooth jazz musician.
Maybe that's what I am. Maybe
Okay,
that's
go.
what I was born to do. All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome, bandits. It is November 4th right now. And Adriana and I were talking a couple weeks ago, and we decided that with everything that we usually talk about is pretty heavy, right? And I feel like we have fun in between, but sometimes we do have to just take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our mental health. So we wanted to share what that moment looks like for us with you, with a Beyond the Band episode. We do want to just disconnect from the intensity, and we want to share those more lighthearted moments between us. So
we're both really nervous about tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're both feeling like the pressure. And we do have another band book that we're working on reading right now. We're going to be just doing a non-band book.
I really actually love poetry. So we were walking through Barnes & Noble and I saw this book and it's called A Bit Much by Lindsay Rush. And it just said poems on it, had cool art. So I grabbed it, went to go sit down next to the most beautiful lady in the whole world, which is my girlfriend.
So we started reading it back and forth to each other, and it was so fucking funny.
It was a fun time.
We were like cracking up, like just sitting in Barnes & Noble reading poems to each other. So we had to buy it. And it was her idea. It was like a really great idea, like as a palate cleanser, to read this fun poetry book to each other. But the twist is, for anyone who knows, it's legal to garden in California.
We're just doing a gardening episode, right? So please join us.
A Bit Much is a collection of over 140 poems, and it's actually her debut book. It just came out on September 17th of this year. We just happened to be really lucky to pick it up. That. It seems like she has a really big presence on Instagram, which Gina does not have, but I still do have. I looked her up, and she is really funny. She lives in Nashville. She writes poems, and then it seems like she documents her life with her husband, her son, and then just like her life and her love for everyday stuff. But she's also obviously like a comedy writer, a poet, and the co-founder of this branding agency called Obedient. So,
but that's really cool.
Yeah. Like she's pretty much living the dream life.
I think so.
So anyways, without further ado, we've gardened. We've got our drinks in hand. Panera Bread sips for me. Water for Gina.
I'm drinking the Babes Yerba Mate.
It all comes back around.
Yeah, I know. If we were ever sponsored by anyone, it would be Babes Yerba Mate.
It would be Babes Yerba Mate. Okay. Do you want me to start? Do you want to start?
No, you start.
Okay. So we have no rhyme or reason to this. We're not like, we don't have a perfect system. We're just flipping to the first page that sticks out. Here we go, everyone.
Go for it.
And this is Cracks of Light. I'm so grateful that bad days are often followed by good ones, that sometimes while it's raining, the sun makes a little cameo. That time really does heal, and in the meantime, sleep helps. That our dogs can tell when we need extra comfort. That when the worst case scenario takes us by surprise, so does our own strength.
That was beautiful.
I loved that one. Yeah. So we're experiencing it in real time.
We'd only read like a couple in the store. So we didn't pick any of these out again. They're super random. So the next one is, his body is bread and so is mine. It is bonkers that someone made up the term, quote, problem area, quote. And we're all like, oh yes, I have those. And they do seem up to no good now that you mention it. The gospel I was raised on told me my soul was born broken. So I guess it should come as no surprise that I believed without question that my body needed saving too.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That one was so profound. I need to get a funny one next time. Oh, no, that was really sweet though.
It was really, I love her writing style.
I do.
Because we have no idea what we're going to read next.
I'm vetting a little. Okay. The next one is cute if true. That penguins mate for life. That red wine is good for the heart. That you can help a friend who has been stung by a jellyfish simply by peeing on them. Cute if true. That the alignments of the planets and stars on the day we were born determine our personalities. That dogs sneeze for attention. That Einstein failed math. That you held out hope for us for over 7 years before sending that message. Cute, if true, that everything happens for a reason, that there's a life after this one where we all can be together, that tomorrow is our chance at a clean slate, a fresh start, and no one other than us has been keeping score after all.
I really love that one.
I really love that one too.
I felt like energy come from that one.
That one was really sweet too.
Yeah.
I remember this being so funny.
That's it.
I
There are
think
funny ones.
It feels vulnerable since we are reading them out loud
Mhm.
to strangers, essentially.
We have to trust the process, is
Here
what
we
our
go.
listeners were meant.
Someone needed to hear that.
I needed to hear that. That was gorgeous. Okay, so this one is braggadocious with the mostest. High on my own supply. Thanks for noticing. Turns out, while illegal in most states, self-love is a hell of a drug. If you can get your hands on some. I know it would make the world a lot more comfortable if women continued to hate themselves, but I tried that for years, and I'm bored out of my mind.
These are so cute.
That was kick-ass. That was a good one.
I love this. She's so fun.
Yeah, I feel seen by her.
Right. I'm giving up for Lent. What would it feel like to give up self-improvement for 40 days? Will the tightness in our chest, throat, shoulders, and hips ease as we contently took the easy way out?
Do you... I don't know how to help you. Do you want me to try reading one?
So we're doing this like back and forth, and you'd have two back-to-backs.
Okay.
I put it on my own.
You're all, it will be even Stevens. I live my life one even Stevens at a time.
Are we keeping that in?
I don't know. I have to wait till I'm sober to edit. I can't make those kinds of executive decisions right now. I have to
This
see.
could be trash.
It could be terrible and I could cut it all out. I don't know.
Oh my god.
We just keep recording and then we pull.
So we're basically just recording our conversations. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's all we do every time. That's all. That's all this is.
Oh, my stomach.
I love it because one time we were gardening and I'll never forget what you said. You said that if we're just sitting around not eating anything, we're just tasting ourselves. And I thought to myself,
Deep cut.
yeah, I was like, truer words have never been spoken. But the fact that you thought about that in that way was just
I stand by that.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
agree.
right?
No, it's true. But it was the fact that you thought of it that I'll never forget. Why don't you go ahead and find a poem that speaks to you?
I'm back.
Okay. Welcome back.
Thanks. I just needed a snack. All right. The next one is called Covered. It's really cute. You say you're covered in dog hair like it's a bad thing. Turns out I'm also covered in long strands of my own hair. Doritos dust, the blood of Christ when my mother prays for me. I try to cover myself in gratitude to ward off what it feels like when someone on Instagram gets something that I want. Regularly, I find I love you impossibly written on my to-do list with my boyfriend's handwriting, and it covers my entire body like a soft blanket. Remember Snuggies? Unconditional love is a warm blanket with arms.
That's super adorable.
I know. So sweet. Your turn.
All right. So this one is called And the Oscar Goes To. FYI, if you ever see me make a typo, it's just because I'm a method actress trying to understand what it feels like to be average and relatable. This also goes for when I walked face first into some hanging branches because I was looking at my phone, honked aggressively at a car only to realize it was empty, parked, and I was in the wrong lane. Pronounce banal like anal. And especially that time I yelled, Burke Nation, to a girl who was wearing the same Birkenstock sandals as me. If you witness me doing things like this, all you need to do is report back to my acting coach and tell her that I'm absolutely crushing it.
That's cute.
It's the Burke Nation for me. I didn't even know that was a thing until just now. Burke Nation.
That's not a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay, this one is cool as a cucumber. I'm not the type of person one would call composed. I'm generous with my laughter. It doesn't take much to make me cry. And my temper has no trouble going kablooey. I may not seem very cool or collected, but the way I see it, life is full of so much hardship. We may as well let what comes easy come easy. I relate to this so hard. I feel like I try to keep it together all the fucking time.
I think we all do.
I don't think we all do.
All right. This one is called A Spell for Success. Unplug your computer, but wait, don't start it back up again. Delete your social accounts. But first, pick a house off of @cheapoldhouses and buy it. Now pack up all your favorite things and people and drive off into the sunset. Perhaps you will take up tap dancing or learn to beekeep. Could be that you're a natural at knitting or writing thrillers. Maybe you will spend your days making jars and jars of homemade jam. And the sweet aroma of doing something just for you will smell exactly like success.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that.
I think so.
This speaks to me.
I know, she's so cool, right?
I love her. It is, because sometimes you just think about life and you're like, so this is it. The thing we're doing right now is the end and like the beginning also of something. It's like the beginning of the rest of your life and also the end of the life that you've lived.
100%.
Every single day.
Exactly.
Interesting. I love that. This one is called Promise Ring Pop.
I love it already.
Okay. Promise Ring Pop. Dodgeball. Foosball. Pizza and Mountain Dew. That's what the boys did while we were given the talk about puberty. You know, the one that distilled women down to either an object of desire or a threat. The one that told us that it's our job not to tempt anyone. The one that said virginity is our most valuable gift. And no one wants a re-gifted woman. Thinking back on it gives me an ache in my ribs, right where they told us we came from.
That's awesome.
I love that one.
That one was super good.
That was fucking awesome.
That was
I hear a
super great.
little bit of religious trauma. And man, do I relate.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was a really good one. That was a good one for you. All right. This one is called An Error Message Just for You. You are not a Roomba or Rosie from the Jetsons or Pac-Man or Inspector Gadget or a Tesla with a vanity plate. They all have vanity plates. You're more Florence than the machine. More Holy Mother than motherboard. Here for so much more than to be user-friendly. So take this as a reminder, flashing on the screen in yellows and reds, to power down and let your systems process. Because even an Optimus in her prime, such as you, is not designed to constantly operate at full capacity.
It is like the spirit of this whole podcast.
That's the essence of this episode.
We
right?
could just stop right there, but I want to keep going.
No, just a couple more.
Okay, this one is called Share Plates. Of course, I'd like seconds and a refill and at least one dessert that's partially on fire. Have you tried this life lately? Not the one on the sandwich board, work, errands, emails. The one on the secret menu with specials like play hooky, starting over, taking the leap, and whooping it up. The one where the soup du jour is happy tears, 7 days a week, and the only side available are fries and flamboyance. There's no need to worry about sharing either. It's all served family style, which means there's plenty to go around. And they recommend anywhere from 7 to 36 taps per table. Sorry. 36 tapas per table.
That's important.
So someone get me one of these lobster bibs. I'm about to honor my hunger. I'm about to bite off more than I can chew. I'm about to make a huge mess.
That was really fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I messed up a little, but
It's okay. This is my final read aloud.
okay.
And it's...
Oh, we're coming to a close.
We're coming to a close. But we have this book and there's a gazillion more in here. So if we ever need another little chill fest, it's here. It's here for us. So the last poem I'm going to read aloud is, I've had the maritime of my life. I'd love to chat with the inventor of the waterbed. I feel like we'd have a lot in common. Or at the very least, a shared belief that filling everyday monotony with whimsy is our only chance at saving our souls. Tonight I'll drift off to sleep, my thoughts buoyed by how much better my life has become, now that I've decided to spend it making waves instead of holding my breath.
I love this book so much.
That was really good.
Okay, so this will be my last one too then. This one is called Two Very Enthusiastic Thumbs Up. Today, I will be my own best critic. I will give myself 5 stars just for showing up. I will notice every nuance, effort, and fine touch. I will applaud the debut performance of new talents or habits. I will rave about the pacing, the blocking, the lighting, the writing. I will exclaim that this is the best life I've ever tasted. I will close my eyes and chew slowly. I'll give compliments to the chef and the director and the artist and the muse. Me, and also me. I will dub myself the voice of a generation, ahead of my time, reinventing the genre, blazing a new trail, a savant. Who knows what she'll think of next? I will insist that everyone see the show, at least once, if not twice. There's not a bad seat in the house. I will write up the review nicely, unlimited word count, no edits. Post it to the Sunday Times. 10 out of 10 would be me again.
That's really good.
This has been really fun. One more? No, I'm kidding.
Encore?
Encore. I know when to call it.
I know when to say one.
Yeah, I think that was a good place to end. That was perfect.
I'm so happy we found this book. I think it actually was the highlight of at least the past few weeks for me.
I think so too.
Just reading it when we're reading it, and then now reading it on the podcast.
Oh, I have her handle for Instagram as well. She is Mary Oliver's drunk cousin on Instagram. Listen, girl.
Listen.
I don't know if we're cool enough to hang out with you, but if you ever want to get a drink or garden with us or just chat.
Yeah.
We loved your book. Thank you so much.
Loved your book, your writing. I can't wait to see what the rest of your career brings.
For sure.
Thank you so much for this book.
You provided a true moment of fun, laughter, and light on the eve of the biggest selection of our lives.
For sure. And I hope everybody else got a little defusing from this episode. We'll definitely be back to our normal routine. Next time we are going to be we are currently reading right now, Wicked. So.
Oh, yeah. We're hoping to release the next episode before the 22nd when the movie comes out. Mm-hmm. So
we're doing our best.
Doing our best.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this episode. Thank you so much for supporting us every episode. And remember, no matter who you are, no matter where you are,
we love you.
We love you.
And if you haven't already followed us on TikTok, the Band Together Podcast.
Yeah. Come check out our page.
Is that our handle?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. I know things.
I know things.
But yeah, check us out on the Band Together Podcast at our TikTok.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.